It's not particularly common anymore for companies to ask you to call them for an interview. That is usually saved for jobs that include sales and or jobs that are not so easily applied for by other methods. But telephoning for an interview is a bit common when a company requires that you be on the phone a lot if you go to work for them. It gives them a feel for the quality and the personality of the person on the phone. Now, when making this type of interview request, always speak in a clean and clear manner. Be polite and be prepared to answer any questions that may be asked of you. You might approach the telephone interview something like this. After you've sat up straight and maybe even had a mirror in front of you, you would go, "Hello, Mr. Brown. I'm Mike Sandal. I'm calling with regards to your ad in the Post about the clerical position." Now, if you're asked your experience and previous work experience, be prepared to answer quickly and explain how long you have been doing that type of work and give a brief description of your duties. Now, in some circles, this is called your elevator pitch, as I referred to. You should be able to sum up your work experience in 30 seconds. Now, if the person on the other end of the line wants more, then they'll ask you. At this point, be prepared with a 2-minute response. I'm serious, time it out. Now, it's best if you are prone to nervousness to practice giving your responses to these questions that may be asked of you. A list of the most common questions will appear later in the course, so you can go over them and have an absolute precise answer for each one. You should practice your wording and the tone of voice that you plan to use. And try keeping your responses always as brief as possible, but with as much detail as you can. I know that sounds impossible, but you can do it. When you are trying to work out the proper responses to your interviewer's questions, you will also want to practice the art of getting your nerves under control, as well as ridding yourself of any other odd habits while talking, like expressing yourself with hands all over the place. See, the person on the other end of the line can't see your hands or your facial expressions for that matter. So learn to limit them. Have you ever talked to a child on the phone? You know they're nodding in the background, but they're not saying anything. Practice answering your interview questions with a trusted friend. Get his or her opinion about your delivery and gestures. Perhaps your friend will have some nice insights for you to use during the real interview, because they've probably been through interviews too, right? Now, we will talk more about correct phone voice in the second half, so please stay with me to the end. And also a reminder that the correct way to build your resume will be included later on in this manual, okay? It will give you the correct way to format your resume so that it gets noticed for all of the right things.